waiting for it to pop up on my side. I should be muted. We'll see.
Okay, I've got...
Yeah, we're muted. Hello, folks.
Hello.
La la la. Okay.
Howdy, chat room. Can everybody hear us? Hello, hello.
Okay, I need to find a Leeta koala picture.
Sure.
It's my job for the day right now. Koala picture.
Hey, Nisi.
Hello, hello.
Oh, that's a good screenshot. I like that one. Save. Okay, I'll keep that. I have got lots of screenshots for this week.
I know. Thank goodness we're going on Tuesday. Because
yeah,
if we
we
had to
need
go
to
an extra
tweet about
2 days,
that
yeah, if we went the extra 2 days, like the full week, oh my goodness, we'd be there for 3 hours. Okay, let's do. Okay, I'm gonna put myself do not disturb. So, folks that are watching this on YouTube, you can probably skip forward to about 10 minutes or so. I don't know how to make the marker on YouTube. Actually, maybe that's what I'll try to do. I'll make a marker of when the show actually starts. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, that's what I'll do. Because some folks don't care about this stuff, and I personally like this stuff because then you get to see and hear technical talk and how to set things up maybe sometimes.
Technical talk.
Okay, I can shut
down.
Hey Zaya,
hey Zots.
Shut down this stuff. Hey guys.
Welcome.
My
Spanky's
kids
there,
were
Tony's there. Hey guys.
watching Swords play a little bit of Stardew Valley on a YouTube video that he uploaded, and I was like,
cool.
I think he could. I think they could be allowed to play that. It's like $16.99 Canadian or something. And it's solo, so you don't play with other people. So I'm like, yeah, as long as they have no access to join somebody else's game and all that, then
yeah,
go for it.
That's kind of cool.
Okay, voice meter is up. I'm gonna reset the audio.
Yeah.
Okay, audio is done.
Audio is done.
Yeah, they never heard you swearing, so I hope you weren't swearing in that particular video. You can pause it, but you have to sleep for the day for it to save your progress. Oh wow. Okay. It was only the Stardew Valley one. We've got 25 people watching. That's not right. There's no way. No way.
Wow.
No. It's Twitch is messed up, yeah. We have 7 people in here, including us. So oh, well, we only watched maybe the first 3-4 minutes, and then we had to go, so yeah.
You don't swear in everything, Zots.
Yeah. Oh, I was supposed to be looking for a Leeta koala picture.
Squirrel. You're looking for Leeta koala picture? I'm doing screenshots. Okay. Yeah.
Photos.
Don't look at AIA notes.
I have that shut down right now.
Good. Good.
Okay, what's a good one? What's one that you haven't seen? A koala. Well, I did warn them that I'm like, hey, he might swear. Just don't listen. It's okay.
Yeah, that works. Don't listen.
Okay, here's one with John Palmer. It's a different. It's kind of blurry though, but I don't have a better one.
I don't know.
I kind of want one where you're drunk again. That's kind of what I'm
where
feeling.
I'm drunk again.
Oh wow, I am so fat there.
What?
Well, I'm looking at pictures of myself even in November and comparing it to myself now, and I'm like, oh yeah, I can see for sure. I can see in my neck is all it's gone.
Nice.
Um,
Well, that's good. When you can see it, it is an amazing feeling.
well, I had one of the teachers at my school, at my kid's school, say something, so I was all like, ooh.
Oh, okay, cool. I had I went to one of our work friends retired Friday night,
I
and
saw.
she's a really good friend of my mum's. There's a lot of people that have not seen me in over a year,
Mhm.
and some people haven't seen me for 5, 6 months.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, so all
And they would
night
have been
I
freaking
was
out.
like,
Yep.
I got
Well, I saw when you posted a
I got a
picture of
lot
yourself.
of, oh my God, look at you. You look amazing.
Hmm. Well, you
I said,
do.
thank you.
Because, well, like I was saying, when you go look at a picture of yourself, you posted the two side by side, one from like 6 months ago, right? Like
Mm-hmm.
pre, you know, and then
Yep.
and then now it was like, oh yeah, you can see, like guaranteed, like it's
Mm.
easily, it's like, oh wow.
Yeah. Which is good. It is a good feeling. Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Okay, I've got those screenshots. Yep, right. That's in there. I've got
Oh, we're gonna
screenshots
take
of
off
that.
Steam. We're gonna turn Steam right off. No, thank you. Uh,
I'm gonna stop reading your show notes.
which ones? Which
The other ones.
in Adventures of Azeroth?
Uh-huh. Yep.
What are you laughing over?
Squirt Day.
Uh, I don't even remember what I wrote. I know I got something done for Squirt Toy, so it wasn't
Yeah,
a
that's
total
right. You
loss.
did.
Yeah,
You
it wasn't a
did.
total loss.
And yeah, we'll leave it until Tuesday night. You got that done, and then you wait till you see what I got done.
Oh no.
Oh, hilarious. Hey, fair. No. Fun, fun, fun.
Twitch.tv/wow challenges. Tweet.
Wow.
Okay.
Challenges.
Okay. I am turning
Excellent.
off TweetDeck.
That's
Or
me.
yes. Yes, you heard it, Buzz.
That's me too.
Why is it you too? Why is it you twice? I mean, I
Yeah,
guess.
because I liked it and then I retweeted it.
Oh, I see. Okay, so maybe I should like it with Stone. Retweet it with Stone, or I could just tweet it with Stone.
And that's you.
Yeah, that's me.
I can hear it. Hey, Star.
Yeah, it's because I have it on.
Oh, that reminds me. Hang on, let me type. I just sent you like
Okay, I need to go.
dodgy message and then a good message.
A dodgy message? In what? In Skype?
In Skype.
I already talked to Stir.
Okay. Oh, cool.
I already talked to Stir. Stir's on. Don't you notice the little gavel beside, or the little sword beside his name?
Excellent.
Yeah, I already
Okay,
got
thank
him.
you. Sorry, I've had
I
a
already
busy
got him.
week.
It's okay. It's okay.
You know, being on holidays, I've been running around, taking mum out, looking after her, taking her for coffee, having lots of coffee.
Okay, maybe we can have two. No, I don't think we have time.
And Dad's
to find
birthday today, so I made him ham and cheese croissants for breakfast.
ham and cheese croissant. Croissant.
Mm-hmm.
You have to
Yeah,
say it like that though.
croissant.
Croissant.
Croissant. Yeah, I can't. I did French when I was in grade 8, and then grade 9, I said I don't want to do a language, so I did double business studies.
Ooh.
Yeah. I
We
was the only one that got to do that. That was awesome.
we are forced to do French in grade 9 to have 1 credit of French, and then after that, that's it. Unless you're in Quebec, and then if you're in Quebec, you have to. And pretty much everything is in French unless you're at a Anglo school. But
we had exchange students come over from Quebec
oh really?
when I was was it grade 9? Grade 10. Anyway, a long time ago. Yeah.
Oh boy.
Yeah, he was nice.
Oh, was he?
Yeah, he was very cute. And well, there was like brother and sister. There was 3 kids, but I think one was
okay.
He was the oldest. His younger sister was in my grade, and then they had a younger one again. But they seemed lovely.
Oh sure, yeah. You're gonna get weirdos with everybody. So, and for the most part, everyone is nice. It's just the weird ones always pop out and give everybody a bad name, right?
Yeah. Oh well, that's like anywhere.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
So
okay.
I'm -5. You're at -5. Your feed should be in. I'm gonna do a test of the intro, and it didn't play.
Oh.
There we go. Okay.
There we go.
Iron.
It's kind of slow.
Did you put... Why have we got a blank square?
Yeah, we have a blank square.
Oh, coffee is good today.
Unless you want me to put something down in there. Yeah.
I was just going to say, put the WoW Challenges logo.
Oh, well, yeah, I guess, but I usually put the... Hold on, where is it? Scroll through all the things on the page.
Scroll for all the things.
This one.
Spanky, why is it hard going out for coffee? It's not. I love going out for coffee. It was awesome. I'm going out again tomorrow, so I'll have another coffee. It's great.
It's better.
I get to try all these different coffees. It's awesome. Oh, I'm not having the Tim Hortons today. I'm having this one that my friends got me when they came up to Brisbane. It's a really nice one. But I've still got my Tim Hortons you sent me.
We had we ate all the shapes. They're all gone, and they were pretty good.
What did you think of the I sent pizza ones?
Pizza ones were okay. I think they were all okay. Yeah, they're not bad.
They were original flavor. They changed the flavor. They changed the flavor taste or whatever they'd done to them a couple of years ago.
Okay.
And a lot of people were not happy. So now, it doesn't come through in text, Spanky. So now they make the new ones and then they make the original flavor. So they make both to satisfy everyone, which is good. I like the Spanky shapes pizza original, like best ever. Really.
Yeah, they're pretty good.
You can't change things. Like
it's just like old Coke or the classic Coke and new Coke, and everyone's like, well, no. And they're like, okay, we'll bring back the classic Coke. Fine. Okay. Ready?
Okay.
Wait, hold on.
Sure. One sip. That's better. I had a sip of my coffee.
Oh, okay. That's what that was.
Yeah.
It's just all of a sudden, that's better. Like I heard a thud. What's going on? I don't know. I do not know. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Well, the only flavor of Coke that I really like is cherry Coke. That's my go-to, and we don't get it up here a lot. So when it does come up here, I buy it all out, man. The rest of it, I mean,
How
Coke
cherry.
by itself is okay, but Coke Zero, no thanks, and all of the other stuff. Like they had Coke Life. Like what? No, that was gross. But Coke and cherry Coke, those are my go-to. Pepsi, I'll do if I have no Coke. But
No,
I
God,
like my
Pepsi.
Coke. So Squirt Day was so good, eh? Eh? Squirt Day
I
was
barely
so
have
good.
Coke now. I'd rather have coffee. Coke, I mean, anything with bubbles now kind of is very upsetting on my stomach. So it's not bad, but I have
Yeah.
to drink it very slow, very, very slow. I can't drink Coke like I used to drink Coke. So hence why I drink coffee. Because
Oh.
coffee is good.
Okay, you ready? And hopefully it'll
Sure.
actually play the intro. Okay. 3, 2. Wait, hold on. Okay. Yep. Okay. 3, 2, 1.
Iron Man. Bloodthirsty. Pacifist. You're listening to the WoW Challenges podcast, the home of the Iron Man Challenge. And here are your hosts, Stone and Leeta.
Hello and welcome to the WoW Challenges podcast, episode number 53. Wow. Today is Saturday, February the 4th, 2017. Although in Australia it's Sunday, February the 5th, you know, because I have to cater to my co-host, Leeta. I am your host, Stone, and Leeta is here, as always, to keep me in line because I'm a bad host. So
No, you
Yeah.
are not.
That's
but
your,
I do try and keep you in line to
you
some
do
degree.
keep me in line.
But it
You're
is
like
Sunday the
Stone.
5th, and it's my dad's birthday today.
Oh, happy
so,
birthday!
Happy birthday to my dad.
Mr.
Yeah.
Leeta.
Yeah, is it Mr.
Mr. Leeta dad.
Uh,
I don't
Robo.
know.
We'll call him Mr. Robo.
Mr. Robo. Okay.
Mr. Robo.
Gotcha.
Well, that's
I understand.
short for my last name.
I didn't want to say
Yeah.
anything.
I'm touching
now
my
that you
nose. I'm like
have-
touching
I can't see because you're not on a cam.
I know, exactly. But yeah, it's Dad's birthday. So we're going out for lunch in a
soon?
bit, which will be nice. Made him a nice breakfast. Yeah. Kobe wanted to steal his apple turnover.
Oh, is that what you posted?
Yeah.
I didn't get to see the picture on Twitter.
Yeah. Yeah. So Kobe was like, "Oh, I want one of these for my birthday." And I said, "No." But yeah. So he's having a nice day. He's watching the rugby sevens at the moment, so he's quite happy.
Okay.
And doing crosswords, I think, with the new book Kobe bought him.
Wow, Kobe gets around.
Yeah. Kobe's very industrious. But anyway, we are here, and it is the WoW Challenges podcast again. Yay! And hi, chat room. We got lots in the chat room today. Hi, guys and gals. Lots of people come to join us, so thank you all. We were supposed to have a guest.
So we were
However,
going to have Azzy on, but things happened that he couldn't come this week, but he is planning on joining us next week. So it's okay.
Yes.
Family must always come first, and no problems.
That's right.
I definitely, he actually did offer, because he's a nice guy, as much as, he wants to put on that gruff exterior, he's a nice guy. He actually offered to call in at the end of the show, and I said, no, we want you for your show, right? So we want it to be focused
absolutely.
on us. So
it'll be exciting. So we'll have Azzy next week, and we'll get to have a chat to him and see what he's been up to, and which is exciting. But for now, let's get on with the show.
Yeah, so I changed it up a little bit. So, that would actually be my part. Jeez, I'm such a doofus. Wow. Well, let's see how this goes. Oh, wow. It really doesn't want to open it with VLC player.
Breaking now, news from the World of Warcraft with Leeta and Stone.
There we go. Okay. So, news. No real news, like news. However, Cinder from Battle Tagged, and who we had on as a guest
And Reigns.
episode.
Reigns of Azeroth.
Right, and Reigns. I was also going to say, and the blog challenge.
Yep. cindersays.net.
She sent me a tweet that Warcraft devs had sent, and somebody had asked them, did you know that the Twilight Cultist mobs in Silithus are still present? They scale. And they replied, yes, we do. So they know that the Twilight mobs are still there. They know that they scale. This is something that we talked about July, maybe June, where we first found out that mobs would scale. Actually, I think even before that this could apply to everything. Okay, and
because it's the old zone, like
absolutely
Silithus is original WoW, like vanilla WoW, classic WoW, whatever you want to call it. So the fact that they've put that in there
and
now
kept it.
Leaves it to interpretation of what are they going to do for the other places.
I'm pretty sure Legion was the
test
to make sure that it actually works, and I do feel that it works great. I'm honestly not sure how I would feel leveling my level 10 mob up and having to going back and killing level 5 mobs, but they're actually now level 10 again. Yes, it's going to draw out my game time, so I'll be playing more, which is good for Blizzard, right? Because that's what they want. They want you playing more. For the challenge, I think it will make it tougher, which is not necessarily a bad thing, because we've had Legion give us specs, right? So this is, I think overall, I think this is good for Iron Man. It's just a matter of when it's going to get rolled out, and if it will be rolled out widely. I wonder if they're going to roll it out in small lumps.
Yeah.
Or maybe they won't even bother with Outland, right? Because are they really going to go back and update everybody there? So that mobs there scale? Oh my goodness. Can you imagine the mobs in Outland scaling? That's the part that I fear.
Yeah.
I mean the rest is okay. So.
Well, Outlands already hits like a truck anyway.
Yes. Yeah.
Like really. So
it's gonna be interesting.
Would wonder how much scaling that they would need to do for Outlands, because it kind of feels like they're at that point that they already hit pretty hard. So there may not be any difference to Outlands. Maybe they've got that at a good balance, but obviously, Kalimdor and Eastern Kingdoms, if you waltz into, say you waltz into Wetlands, and you think, well, what's that normally? Say a early to mid 20s. So when you finish Lochmoden and you head into Wetlands, but you're at level 30, well, is it going to scale at 30? Whereas at the moment, if you go in as 30, you can get around and do a lot of that stuff quite easily.
Sure.
Yeah, but if you're going in at 30,
just based on the chat, just looking at the chat room here, Saya says it also means you can't ever have a break, which is true. Which is like you can level up in the old zones and do things at level, and then you're like, okay, well, let's go back to the zone that's like a little bit lower than me now, and just to kind of kill things a little bit easier and get a few more levels before we carry on. that's not going to happen anymore, right? It's going to be go, right? So we don't, and for folks like Sorts, poor guy.
He's not happy.
He's
But
not happy.
I suppose, what you could look at it as being when you play a challenge. Well, okay. When I play challenge Toons, I try very hard to be on my game the whole time I'm on them, whether I'm on them for 10 minutes, an hour, a couple of hours. I try and be very, to make sure I'm focused, that I'm not, not overly tired, all those kind of things that I say, well, if I'm this, I'm not going to play a challenge Toon. So when I go into playing a challenge Toon, I want to give it the best, to be able to read the quest, to be, aware of my situations. Of course, it doesn't always happen. And things, of course, lag and things like that happen. But now it's kind of forcing us into really being on our game. Because there are times that, yes, like I think Zaya has said, that you can take a little bit of a break, as in you can just cruise a little bit at some places, but it sounds like there will be no cruising.
No.
It will be on your game the whole time, which can get very draining. I know for me, if I'm on my game, if I don't get to relax, do some fishing, obviously I can jump turns, but just if I had to go solid out playing one Toon and be on my game the whole time, I think I'd quit. Like, seriously, I mean, thank goodness I've got 50 million alts to keep me going.
Well, I think
out.
overall for non-iron, I think it's also a incentive for somebody to buy a boost, right? Because you really want to level up with everything that it's not going to be as quick as it was before, right? So do you want to spend that time, or do you just want to give us $60, right? I mean, what's your time worth? So we'll have to see. It's going to be interesting. Yeah, I'm really curious to see when this will begin to get rolled out. Like this is just us thinking it's going to get rolled out. They've never said that.
Yeah, there's no confirmation.
But it's with them knowing that it's there and it's there on purpose. They're looking, right, and this is something I think that they really want to do. Because right now to level up is pretty easy.
We have got a lot of events coming up, in the next couple of months that can be quite good, for obviously more so for the irons, not necessarily for the bloodthirsties. But, there are bigger impacts on certain months that you can get we could say an easier type of XP. Luna's been in. I managed to get two irons around Luna at, one was a level 20 something, one was my level 61. So, and it wasn't that bad. Obviously, I just stuck to doing, not taking any chances with anything. But I mean, all it really cost me was my time just to fly, take the flight pass, which wasn't too bad. And it was some free XP. All I had to do was talk to a Luna person. That wasn't too bad. So there is some stuff coming up, which certainly could help with some of the challenge Toons anyway. So we'll have to see. We will have to see.
Do you want to do our weeks, or do you want to go into site news?
Sure. We will do our weeks. That's fine. Okay. Go for it.
So I played 2 characters. One was my
Yay!
I actually had time to play those ones, so it was good. I was really dying to play, and so I was doing all of the website stuff the last week. I didn't get a lot of time to do any iron stuff. So I had to play on my pally, Brightstone, and I did all the quests in Wetlands and it got from 20 to 27. And then Arathi Highlands, I did all the quests there from 27 to 32.
Have you got a
And
holy stone?
I do on a different realm, and
Okay.
I try to use it, but I try to take that name on other realms, but usually folks grab it. So.
Oh, okay.
So.
Cool.
If you can think of the name, I have tried to get it.
Mm-hmm.
There's
Okay.
very few. I really want Emma Stone.
Jeez.
I do have Rolling Stone, and I do have Sharon Stone.
Oh, jeez.
And Sharon Stone is my warlock.
Oh, God.
So I just because so.
Anyway, your
basically,
pally.
Yeah. So this was the pally that I started to use for my leveling guide. Not my guide, but I started to do some math and stuff, and so I knew that Wetlands I was going to be able to do the whole thing, and Arathi the whole thing. Now at 32, I'm sitting up in Airy Peak, okay, and that zone is 30 to 35 or something like that. No, 20 to 5. Yeah, it's 30 to 35 because Arathi Highlands is 25 to 30. So, I don't think I'm gonna do Airy Peak. Like I think I'm actually gonna go back to Duskwood and do all of that. And there's gonna be some grade quests, but the green quest at the end should give me 2 or 3 levels. 2 levels, I think, from the math.
Okay.
And based on my mage that I ran through last week, it should be pretty easy, especially on a pally. So it's either that or I'm going to run to Stranglethorn. But basically I'm trying to find like the zones that you should go to that don't have any problems. And I know Duskwood. I actually had the screenshot last week of the dudes spawning in front of me. Like those guys are not good.
Were rounders.
So I might not go there. Yeah. So it just depends. But I did get to do a Bloodthirsty. I rolled my first Bloodthirsty since Control at WoW days, which is over a year ago for sure. For sure. When I started the character, level 1, I had 56 quests already.
Wow.
And those are pet battle quests, right?
Yeah.
So I had 56, and random thing had my random character picker had me pick a Worgen hunter, and I was really worried that I wasn't going to be able to make it out of the Worgen starting zone without breaching the 150 quest cap. Because we set we set it to 150 based on how many pet battle quests that you could have and how many Worgen quests that you could get. I believe Goblin quests were lower, Death Knight quests were lower. I think Worgen was the highest amount, right? So, and then I think there's 1 or 2 quests that you need to do to get into Warlords. Actually, now Warlords is out of the question because I was able to get out of the Worgen starting zone with 141 quests completed out
Holy
of
moly.
150. Yeah, so I only have 9
You've
quests
only got
left.
9.
Yeah.
Wow.
So I cannot do Warlords. I've got to do the trick, right? Where you go swim to the Timeless Isle, and you go swim into the water, go to the cave, and you sit on the bench, and then you click on the fireplace, and then it pops you over. That's not going to be fun. At least I can get in there, but 9 quests. I was also hoping to maybe get some treasure chests, but I think some of the treasure chests are actually going to are actually going to count as quests. So,
Oh.
yeah, I'm not going to be able to do a whole lot. It's going to be killing, and more killing. So after the Worgen Zone, I just went right to Lockmode Den, and I basically went for rares. Okay, so I just ran around, and as I'm running for the rare spots, I'm killing everything as I go. I started getting bored at about level 18, and I ran up into Westlands at level 18, and Wetlands is 20 to 25, right? So I started in that first little area, where like the little goo guys are, right? And they're yellow, and they won't really kill you, right? Some of them
they hit hard.
Well, yeah, but I could kill them before they got to me because I managed to tame a bear pet, which is good, and those ones were okay. But as I started to walk up the path, begin to ride up the path north, I went for the rares there, and I noticed that the ones that are like level 23, that are like 5 levels higher than me, I'm missing shots on them.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, okay, this is not so good. So I was actually beginning to get worried that I wasn't going to be able to make it to the town and set my hearth there, because I was at the where is it? I was at the ruins, where if you go inside it, there's like this great big goo guy, and he's a rare spawn too. And in that area, it's like up up north, okay, and it's sort of like a tomb or a crypt, okay. It's like a crypt, right? So I went in there, and I'm missing them, but they're still dying. I'm not getting hurt that bad, but I don't like missing, right? Because it means that if I'm starting to miss, it means that I might not be able to rely on some of the things that I should be able to rely on. Mm-hmm. So from there, I cut my way. I cut my way all the way out to the ocean, and I swam up the coast to the town, and I set my hearth. So I'm there at level 19. So I managed to get a level. I'm pretty sure I'm going to fly from there back into the lock and keep killing some rares until I hit 20. And then I'll go to that first little area in wetlands and kill those guys. So, but it felt good. It felt I was killing things. Oh man, I was killing things quick. Except for wetlands, things were dying. Took a little bit while. Yeah, so I'm level 19 in wetlands. I'm not leveling there. I'm taking myself back. I thought let's see what I can do. No. No. And thankfully I didn't die.
Most of us right here we're all shaking our heads, just going, get out of wetlands, because that is way too dangerous for a
level 20. I'll go back down in that first little part, and actually I'll probably kill all of those orcs again up in the top, but so it was good. Yeah, so Nisi's saying kill the level 20, 21s when you first enter the wetlands, the oozes, yep. Then when you hit 20, you can move into the spiders, yep, by the caves. Yep, that's what I was planning on doing when I hit 20. Yeah. So that was my week for challenge characters. I finally got Bloodthirsty going. It popped up on my random thing, and I'm like, yes! It was one of the things I was hoping would come up.
Nice.
So I did it. Yeah.
Nice.
So, what? Oh, I see you've been up to stuff.
I've been up to stuff. So, yeah, I did get to play some challenge tunes as well, which was nice. I decided to play... So, our contest tunes, mine's still going. my Blood Elf mage. She was level 27. And I had her over in Ashenvale, questing over in Ashenvale. Most was green quests. And I took her right over to the coast to Zorium's outpost. Did some quests over there. I took her to Silverwing post and picked up a quest. I took the wagon into Stone Talon to get, which I then rode down to get the flight path. But I just wasn't feeling it. And I was like, I don't think I really want to do Stone Talon at the moment. So I had picked up a quest to go talk to Gromgol over in Northern Stranglethorn. So I thought, yeah, I do like, Northern Stranglethorn is really nice. So I thought, well, I might head over there. So I took the Zep across and set my hearth there and started into doing the quest. You get the little raptor, got to go kill the murlocs and that kind of thing. So it wasn't too bad. I wouldn't say that they were green and yellow. So it wasn't too bad. And and she's the mage. Yeah, still surprised. She's pretty much cranking out the deeps okay. Taking things down fairly well. Didn't have any issues with, like Nelly dying or anything like that. So that was good. So I got her up to 29. So I did 2 levels, which was nice. Yeah. So I was happy with that. And then I jumped on my little baby Bloodthirsty, my Night Elf Hunter. She was level 10. And last week I'd taken her over to Darkshore. And I was killing the crabs just around where you come in to Darkshore at that little, I can't think of what it's called. Anyway, you guys know what I'm talking about.
The new town, right?
Yeah, that new town. And I just wasn't feeling it. And every time I turn around, I see a stupid stag. I swear they were all looking at me going, well, wait till she's not expecting. Anyway, I thought, no, stuff this. I'm going to go to Lochmoden. So I thought, right, we're going on a road trip. Here we go. So I took her back across to get the boat. Took the boat to get to Stormwind, and then flew from Stormwind to the quarry in just down from Ironforge, and then I ran all the way into Lochmoden and set my hearth there. So she's level 11. So I got to level 11. I killed some stuff along the way. I killed some bears and some spiders when I got into Lochmoden, which was okay. They were mostly level 11 and level 12, but seriously, she's taken them down quite well. Okay, I've still got a cat. I couldn't find a turtle in Darkshore that was right there. Like there was crabs. Yeah. There was bears. And but I can't tame anything anyway, so I'm going to have to wait till I'm level 15. But I'll get a turtle as soon as I can. So I'll get the turtle or the bear, whichever. Anyway,
you should grab a bear now while you're there. I mean, until you go down into wetlands.
But I don't have the pet stuff. The only thing I've got for the pet stuff is to feed and resurrect. Right. I'm only level 11.
When does it?
I can't tame anything. Level 15.
Oh, okay.
I'm sure it's level 15. Okay. You guys can let me know. I'm pretty sure it was level 15 because I was like, oh, I'll go get, and I was like, where's my spells? And then I thought, yeah, you're only level 10. You don't get that until like level 15. So, but it feels like I've been playing it forever. It's because you're killing. It's because you're grinding, with killing. So it does feel like I've played her a lot more because I'm not questing and it's not going ding, ding, ding. You know, when you're questing, you're going ding, 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 ding. You know, it's like ding-a-palooza. But when you're doing Bloodthirsty, it's like kill, 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 kill.
Oh, yeah.
So, yeah. So, but
I
anyway, I'm happy she's in Lochmoden, and I'm just gonna stick around to where probably the gnolls are, the bears are, and the spiders. Just, you know, around what is it? Oh god, my brain today
Felsamar?
is fuzzy. Felsamar, yeah. And so I'm just gonna stay very close, because if I go down to where, you know, where the Murlocs are about a level 14, so I'm not up to that. So I'm just gonna stick around the town and probably in that little area where there's a lot of bears and the spiders and some of the gnolls. So I think if I do that and just keep killing, you know, just keep taking it from there, we should be good. So, yeah.
I
but
was going to say,
other than that, that's all I got.
One of the things that Azzy had actually said a couple weeks ago, I think, was that because mounts are allowed, there, if you have this certain mount, you can buy a 14 slot bag off of it. And I actually bought those bags for my bloodthirsty, and I found that I could kill a lot more and loot like mad, and not have to constantly be running back to town to sell, right?
Yeah, and that's fair enough. I mean, like, we've got that option, but I'm still in the mindset of I can't do that.
I'm sorry. It wasn't. It was on my Pally, because I couldn't even access that until level 20 anyways. Yeah. So it was on my Pally. I'm sorry.
On your Pally, yeah. Yeah. But I mean, not that I can access that, but I just can't do it. I mean, just...
You don't have to.
Yeah, so I'm still running around. Well, I think I've only got 3 bags. Oh, I did sell something on my Bloodthirsty. That was kind of cool, because I put a couple of things up on the auction house, and I think I sold something for like maybe like 20 gold. So I was like, sweet.
Thank you very much.
So I've got a little bit more gold. I could buy. I'm not gonna buy bags yet. I think she's only got 3 bags. And you know what? It's doable. It's doable. I can work with that. It's okay. But yeah, I just kind of feel a bit weird jumping on my other. I mean, with my blood elf, I can't ride the chicken. I don't like the chicken. So I did give her something more appropriate, which I think I gave her the Jade Panther, or the one of the Panthers. I'm like, she's not riding the chicken.
Okay.
I'm not a fan of the chicken, because you go bob 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 bob, and it drives me nuts. Yeah. It just drives me nuts. It's a bit like the raptors. The same with the raptors. Yeah. You know, it used to throw my vertigo when I used to watch my troll on the raptor, and I'd be like, I cannot watch myself running. This is just driving me nuts. But yeah, I've got her on the panther, because I'm like, it's just a smoother, not so much of this bobbing. So yeah, but other than that, I try and keep the class, you know, whatever race they are, I do try and just stick with keeping. I mean, the night elves are fine, because they've got the saber tigers. They're gorgeous anyway. So 10 slot bags can be bought for less than 2 gold.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you buy it on Mammoth. Yeah.
Yeah, and I know there's a bag vendor in Orgrimmar, and there was a bag vendor in Stormwind, but I'm doing okay with what I've got for the moment. And when I get to the point that I'll become desperate, then I'll worry about it. But
and Roguester brings up a good point.
Darkmoon
Fair, tomorrow. 16
Yes,
slot
Dark
bag
Moon
for
Fair
free.
starts for me tonight.
Ooh.
So there will be many. Actually, it was funny. We jumped. Okay, just sidetracking for a minute. We play, me and the boys and I, sorry, get my terminology right.
Okay.
We played our healers last night, and our healers is a group of toons that we have that are in heal spec, right? And it was so completely hilarious that I didn't have that many grizzly tokens that I only had collected a couple on it. And we probably haven't played these toons for maybe nearly a year, maybe over a year, because life has been crazy and the four of us have not had time to sit down. Last night, I capped it out with what we were doing with the dungeon run that we did. So I'm like, booyah, I have to remember to take her to Dark Moon Fair to hand in. So, yeah, but Dark Moon Fair is awesome, especially for the bloodthirsties.
Wow.
You killing stuff, you get that 250 grizzly trophies.
Oh, yeah.
Really, it's quite good. So I don't think my bloodthirsty's been there yet. But I know my mage has. So, if I can get the 16 slot bag, yes, awesome. Excited.
Can you only get the 16 slot bag once, or can you get it once every time?
No, you can only have, it's unique. So you've got to buy it,
right,
and sell it and get you 2 gold 50. Then you buy another one, then you sell it.
But
and you buy it.
The next month, can I not do that, but not keep the bag, but you still get all the gold for the tickets I get?
You hand it back in and you get the gold.
Right. So let's say month number 2, like month 2 comes around. No. Do I get that quest again, and can I resell all those things? Can I redo that quest?
You can go, if you've got tickets, it makes no difference. Okay. If you've got tickets, you can just go to that vendor and buy. But you see, you start off and you get 5.
I know exactly how to do it. I'm talking about the second time. Do you get that initial quest that gives you the 5? Nope. So you'll never get that quest again?
Once.
Okay, gotcha.
Once only. It's once per character. Because it's like, hey, you need to go to the Dark Moon Fair and go see that person. And then, what's his name? The little goblin dude. Yeah. You hand it into him, and he's like, here, have 5 tickets. But if you're doing first aid, if you're leveling your first aid to get you 5 points, which you can do as a iron, and if you want to use as your bloodthirsty, you want to use 1 quest a month to go and get you 5 points for your first stage, which you could.
I could
certainly do it.
I can do it 9 times.
You'll get 5, you'll get 5 more tickets.
Yeah.
So if you then want to walk over to the vendor and be like, right, I need to sell my unique 16 slot, buy one, sell it, buy one, sell it, and you're going to get 2 gold 50 every time you sell it back to him.
Yep.
Sure.
Okay.
I just do it once because, otherwise it's a pain in the neck. I don't want to stand there for all that time. So
I just didn't know if you could get that quest again the next month and then just get all of the gold, because I know that you can't have more than one of the bags, but I didn't know if you could keep getting free 10 gold, more or less, right?
Well, only if you get more tickets, yeah.
Okay, so Roguester actually makes a good point here, is that sell all of them at Dark Moon Fair, Hearth Home, go back one at a time and put them on the auction house.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and that's what Aprillian and Varishna used to do as well with Dark Moon Fair. The only thing, just remember, don't log out of your toon. Don't swap toons. If you sell them back to the vendor and you log out, you lose them a lot of time.
Okay.
So if you log out, there is certainly the chance. I know I'm pretty sure there was a bug there for a while that when you logged back in, you were like, talk back to the vendor and be like, oh, I can still buy back the stuff. Yeah, but I'm not sure if it's gone now, but it certainly doesn't seem to happen now. So yeah, if you're going to do that, but that's right. Tiber and Stir, exactly right. If you want to sell them on the auction house, they're unique, and you've got to do it one at a time.
Gotcha.
So yeah. So anyway, that's been my week, which has been nice, which is good. I haven't killed anyone. Yay! You haven't killed anyone. Yay! It's exciting.
Not yet. I'm working on it.
Not yet. Well, we're on a new week, so anything's possible.
Anything's possible. Right?
All right. Anything, yeah. All right. Site news. What have we got? Pacifist PK up to 10. What?
Okay. So the proximity kills. We bumped it up to 3. Okay. So we had a talk. A couple weeks ago, 2 weeks ago, 2 shows ago, maybe we talked about maybe bumping that up some more. I'm not sure how much. We can't just not put a limit on it, because then people are just gonna go get help and take advantage of basically getting kills and getting XP for kills, but not killing blows, and that's not what we want to do. So basically, we had a level 30 Toon that already had 3 prox kills, and it's like that's not what we want. Okay, like these level kills 30. Should and these shouldn't be a thing. Okay, so we more or less we've made the rule change already to bump up to 10. So you are allowed to have the 10 prox kills. Okay.
Yep.
Initially, we did say that you were allowed to have up to 10 killing blows, but then you'll be yellow flagged. However, Marg and Brittle posted saying, people can control how they kill. So letting folks have 10 kills and with also 10 killing blows, that's not so good. Having the 10 kills is good, but the killing blows is the key thing, right? So we are letting you have 10 kills. However, we are going to be looking at your killing blows as follows. If you have no killing blows, you are still green flagged. It means you might be around something that died, but you never actually killed it yourself, like delivered the final blow. Fine. If you have 1 or 2 of these blows, then you will be yellow flagged, and if you have 3 or more, you will be red flagged. Right now, if you have 11 or more kills, you will be red flagged. So you still kind of have to watch out. But the way that we kind of did it was that you do 1 proximity kill every 10 levels, from 10 to 110. So we'll see how this works. I am not planning on bumping it up anymore anytime soon. I think 10 is a lot. Folks are comparing it to Bloodthirsties getting quests and having 1 quest, per level, that kind of thing. So why, don't we allow 1 kill per level? And it's not the same thing. Bloodthirsties were given quests so that they could access certain zones. That's it. Pacifists should not be doing any kills at all, and this is only to try to work around a feature that WoW has put in, right? So
yep.
All Toons have been bumped up. If you were yellow flag before or red flag before, you're now green flag. All this stuff. So your flags should be appropriate to, or should be now reflective of the rules that are online. And these went live. I'm just quickly going to check it. It was a few days ago. I'm going to say February 1st. We updated the killing blows part. So it's been 4 days. We'll see how things go. The other thing is the Tin Man level requirement. We had a post from the forums. Leeta, would you mind reading the post?
Sure. Hang on, I'm just telling Spanky they stole my name.
Oh,
How
wow.
rude. All right. So, Kate.
Key,
Okay.
I think. K? I don't know.
Key.
Not sure.
Okay. Okay, so from the forums, I have a level 67 Iron Man alive that I would like to downgrade, since the mere idea of Outland as an Iron Man is bugging me so much that she's been dormant for ages. Then I saw the Tin Man challenge and thought, perfect. But I can't register her because she is too high level. Will that be changed at some point? Perhaps when other Tin Man has had enough time to level up or something. P.S. Unrelated question. What does the number in parentheses after people's level on the challenges list mean?
Okay. So normally we
Okay.
would have read this after in the chit chat part, but I thought, I mean, this is why we're having a talk about this for the site news.
Yeah.
So yeah, we do have a level requirement from 10 to 30, so that if you're at, like right now, the highest Tin Man is at 60. Okay. If you put your Tin Man in there at level 10 and you're playing along, and then all of a sudden you're like number 1 or number 2, and then all of a sudden you see some person come in at level 107, you're like, ugh, right? It just, to me, it feels like, well, they just added their character in, and now it feels like all this work I did to be like number 1 or 2 is thrown away. So that's why I initially put in the 10 to 30 limit. However, it does feel like a natural progression is that if you did die in Iron Man, that you could then list your character over in Tin, right? So when sometimes I kind of sit back and I'm like, well, does it matter? Like, does it matter if somebody signs on at level 110? Or
Well, it's a bit of both, but understandably, you should be able to sign up at any level. If things change for a person while they're leveling, then sure. They should have the option to be able to swap to the other one, but obviously you're going to get those that don't or can't register a toon for more than one now, right?
sorry.
Or can they register? Can they register for both Iron Man and Tin Man?
Yes, they can.
Okay, but because this person has not, they've had this iron for quite some time, and now that Tin Man's come out, because they're already at 67, and we've only just brought out the Tin Man in the last couple of weeks. Well, then the same stage, they shouldn't get penalized just because of that fact.
But what if?
It's sucky for everyone who's just started.
Well,
but
you
stuff
go look
happens.
at Listen. Okay, if you go look at Listen, he's at 110. If we were to open that up, there's nothing to prevent him from listing his toon on Tin Man, right? So I kind of feel like there's got to be a cap of some kind. But where do you put that? Because if Lissan put his character up at 110, yes, he's number 1 in Tin Man 2. Now, is he the first Tin Man challenge winner? No. Right? Because
yeah, but if you're already registered for one,
right,
then you should either get deregistered for it and just say, okay, I don't want to be on the Iron Man list anymore. So you need to take me off the Iron Man list for this turn, and now I want to be on the Tin Man list, and that's it.
Okay.
So if one of the guys at 110 decided, okay, I do not want to have my iron, who's completely completed everything, well, you're not going to go and list them on two different things and be the highest for both iron and both tin man. No, that's not fair play.
Yeah.
But if you've decided you don't want to be doing the Iron Man challenge anymore, then to me, I think they should be somehow contacting you saying, I want to be taken off iron. I don't want that toon to be an iron toon. I just want that toon to be a tin man. And that's it. And regardless of what level, like if someone came along and said, right, I'm 109 and I've just died, and they've just gone, you know what, I'm not, then they've still got that right, as much as we can say, well, it's sucky, but if they want to then deregister themselves off the iron and sign up for the tin, then that is their choice too.
So I think I could see where if you were on the iron and be like, okay, I want to take them off the iron and throw them onto tin, I can do that. I can do that myself. I'm just afraid that I'm going to get a lot of people asking me to do it, and then I'm going to have to do a lot of work to manually move things. Now, there might be a way to make things put back into the other person's seat. There's actually, I should be okay. So one of the issues is that we don't have people log in. Right, and no one owns their toons to be able to say that's mine, and I want to take that toon and put that on that list. So anybody can come over and do that. I think I might be able to do something where, if you want to register a character, if you want to initiate a transfer between iron and tin, that I could set it up where how they used to do it before back in the day. I don't think on this website, but on some other site, that it would pick a random slot and it would say, okay, we want you to take off the piece of gear for that slot. And you need to do it within like 10 minutes. I'm just worried about somebody coming in and doing that, right? And trying to take Lisanne or Catster or Maraki Monk and take them off when they never wanted to, right? Because there's always going to be somebody. So okay,
well,
so
I think like
that's
anything,
something
you'd have to verify that the person who sent you, say, the email, is who that person is. And, it wouldn't be obviously an instant decision where you're like, yep, okay, I'll just go do it.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, it might, if it's not that person. But, I don't think we've got people like that would do that. And if you are, you're a douchehead. That's all I'm saying.
I'm, in my old life as a business analyst, I'm always looking at all the things to worry about, right? So that's why that's how I think, right? So okay, so that's
cover
one aspect.
everything.
What about the level requirement for new tins? Like, let's say if they're not on iron, and actually,
well,
would this
if you're
apply
leveling a toon? You've never heard of the WoW challenges at all. You get your toon up to level, I don't know, say 50. You've just been cruising. You don't really know how to play the game. You maybe got some greens on. You've just doing very basic, and then you find out about the tin challenge, and you're like, oh,
tin you can't wear green anyways.
Well,
right?
I'm just saying, maybe,
Sure.
I mean, some of us, not me, as a friend who just bought white gear for quite some time. They were doing the Iron Man before the Iron Man even existed.
Oh,
it was
okay.
Quite funny. Yeah, way back when. Because they didn't know that you could get any gear other than
Oh, wow.
The white gear from the
Great.
vendor. Yeah. Yeah, so that's what they stayed in for quite some time. Yeah, I thought anyway, doesn't matter.
Do you think
but
do you think like a cap of like level 60 would be okay? Like this is for a new character. That's not on Iron Man or Bloodthirsty or
well, you've got
Pacifist.
Death Knights. What if they're going to do it on a Death Knight?
On Tin Man,
Hmm.
they would not be allowed to
Why not?
because of the green gear. Because right now we're
Take
not
the
making,
green gear off.
No, we're not making the exception right now. At least I don't think on the code.
So if you log in your flag, that's it. Done.
Well, you would not even be able to sign up your character.
Whereas,
but I'm not 100% sure. I do see the Tin Man challenge. Death Knights and Demon Hunters are kept in separate fields. I think we are ignoring the green gear for those two classes and keeping them in separate lists.
Right.
So.
I don't know. Maybe we need to get some more feedback from some of the bigger irons that would understand. I mean, I don't know. I'm just a little warlock.
Is already registered
like
as an iron. Why not switch to tin at any level? But if not already registered, then a limit can be set. Yeah, that's kind of what I'm thinking. Crystal, in my opinion, that example is good and should work after X people already get 110 as Tin Man. Yeah, so that was another thing too, is that I was thinking, well, our highest Tin Man is level 60 right now, so maybe set the limit to the highest Tin Man, or maybe to 5 levels lower, or something. Okay, and then over time it will increase because of just time, right? I don't know if I like that. I think keeping a cap of maybe 60 at the most would be okay.
Yeah. I mean, personally, if I'm going to roll a challenge turn, then I know what I'm going to make, and I'm going to go and roll that challenge turn. I'm not going to turn around. Like, if I kill off my Bloodthirsty or my, if I die on one of my challenge turn, I'm not going to turn around and be like, oh, well, I'll just change them over to 10. Nah, I'll strip them down, delete them, and re-roll.
Yeah, that's you.
Because for me, Tin Man's not something that I want to do. However, obviously there is a need, a want for some people that want to try something a little bit, like Key says, they want to downgrade. And I think it's a viable I can't think of the other word I want to use. So you can kind of understand, if they've not been playing the toon, that for some people, like I've got a lot of toons that I've not logged into for a long time. I'll get around to it. But, some people are like, yeah, but I need to be regularly playing that toon, or why do I have that toon on my account? So, so if they feel like they want to play that toon, well, then, then I think it's an option for them to change over to the other challenge. However, whether they're going to be, they might just have to do it by themselves. If they don't get, if they're not allowed to register it, then they're going to have to go, well, I'm going to have to do this by myself. And that doesn't feel very supportive.
No.
I think as a community, we should still be able to support everyone in the different ways that they want to play. And just because they're at 67, I kind of feel like, well, they've done some hard work to get to 67 as an iron, and they just don't want to do the iron anymore. They just want to drop down to the 10. I kind of feel like they should be allowed to.
Yeah,
but like you said,
it's how to do it.
Yeah.
Because if we
maybe people should write in, and if you guys have got some more thoughts other than just the chat room, Right in. Skype Stone. He loves talking to you. Skype.
What? I love talking what?
I was just saying they can Skype you and have a chat.
Yeah. I'm on Skype all the time.
Yeah, exactly.
Pretty much.
But I mean, if people have got some really valid ideas, then let us know. It's just going to be, I suppose, working out what to do.
But
anyway.
I really fear I fear the option of letting them switch by themselves.
No, I don't think they should be allowed to switch by themselves. I think they would need to go through a moderator or go through you. Like, it needs to be done. It maybe needs to take a couple of days to do it. Like, there needs to be a period perhaps of, this is going to take 3 days to swap over to make sure, one, that person says their toon is their toon, because you need to, like you said, you need confirmation perhaps of that. Because, I mean, if I come along and I'm like, hang on, what's your pally's name? And I go, I'm Stone, and my pally called Brightstone, I want to now change over to a Tin Man. Mm-hmm. And you're like, yeah, Stone, okay, that's fine. Well, not you, but
Yeah.
And you do it, and then you come along and you're like, what the hell's happened? My Brightstone's now a tin.
Yeah.
Well, I would think there needs to be stuff in place to allow for confirmation of that. So people aren't going to be doucheheads or play a, air quotes, practical joke on their friends.
Mm-hmm.
Friends, air quotes. That would be the thing. So, maybe there needs to be a process in that it will not be a instant change. It's going to be a couple of days.
Do you think that the move from Iron Man to Tin Man should only be limited to irons? So would you say that, Bloodthirsty wouldn't even be able to go because unless they've not equipped green gear. So I guess maybe we could let all of them go.
Well, Bloodthirsties can't equip green anyway. So,
right.
I mean, if you die as a Bloodthirsty and you're like, well, I hit level 80 and I died, well, then bugger this, I'm going to change over to the Tin Man.
But
and keep going.
If you have equipped green gear, then you're done. Like, you would not be able to
Well, it makes no difference. You're not equipping green gear.
No, but you would have as a Bloodthirsty. So I think...
Why?
As a Bloodthirsty,
no, you don't.
As a Bloodthirsty, you're allowed to equip green gear.
Right? Oh, yeah.
Right? Okay, so...
Yeah,
So I think if we were to open up to Bloodthirsty and Pacifist, I think what we'd do is that we would first make a check on the character to see, has it violated any of the Tin Man rules? And then if it hasn't and it's okay to go tin, then we'd start the process up where I think I'm gonna have to take out pick a random piece of gear that your character is wearing.
I have to admit that what Spanky says
this is getting complicated.
Completely what I'm thinking. Yeah. And it shouldn't have to get complicated. That would be the other thing. KISS principle. Keep things simple.
Yeah.
Silly.
Well, if we keep things simple, then this person is out of luck.
Yeah. So, I mean, there is weights for both sides. Mm-hmm. There is valid points for both sides that I could say pro, cons, yes or no. Mm-hmm. When it comes down to it, honestly, I'm not a Tin Man fan. So I feel like, yeah.
Sure.
Nah.
That's okay.
Anyway. Meh.
Okay. I'd say an iron can't switch to tin unless the toon died, and a pacifist and bloodthirsty couldn't. Okay.
Anyway, we will obviously it's not going to be a decision that is made like that. That was snap fingers. So there's probably discussions that needs to be done. That was a snap.
I couldn't tell you don't have a webcam on.
It was.
Actually,
That was
even
what
if you put your webcam on, it wouldn't be on the air anyways, because I don't use your image off Skype now. It's a hard image. Let's see, watch. Let me.
I'm going to have to change the image for this year.
Oh, why?
Because that's with the weasel feasels. I think I need to go somewhere else. I'm going to do that this week. I'm going to find you a new picture.
There, see, Leeta Warlock.
Where gonna be?
Boop, boop, off, on, off, on. Okay.
Sleep on it. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, Zaya,
we're not going to do it right now.
That is valid. What Zaya says too. And I All right.
Okay.
We will move on.
Yes, let's move on. Facebook posts. So
Facebook. Yay!
We suckered Nisi into doing Facebook posts for us.
Very nicely.
Oh,
Nisi,
poor Nisi.
Poor
Nisi. She has no idea what she's in for. No, but seriously, Nisi is going to be doing some posts for us, so there should, because I sometimes lag behind posting on the blog and then having it go over to Facebook and all this stuff, and she was very thank goodness she said yes to watching the blog and making a short post on the Facebook page. So because it feels like I usually try and post the show on Sunday, and sometimes I forget, and then I post it like on Monday and Tuesday, and that just makes me feel really bad. So
and I barely do anything, so I'm so busy. I barely do anything on Facebook. Oh, for the show, I barely do anything. For real life, of course, I'm busy posting, cinnamon scroll pictures and stuff. Yeah.
Sure.
Because that's all important. Exactly. But thank you, Nisi. We appreciate it.
Big time. Discord, Twitch mods. So I want to clarify a little bit from last week. The forum mods are a separate thing, and when we say Nisi was going to be the moderator for our Twitch chat and Discord chat, that's a separate thing too. So forum mods are not changing. No one's being added or removed. That's just remaining its own thing. And Facebook, Discord, Twitch, Twitter, possibly. Just saying that's all going to be one big thing. So, the other thing is that I wanted to mention that Stir has also graciously accepted the sword, I guess, or the moderator gavel, if you will.
Yay!
In Twitch and Discord, so he's on there as well.
Thank you, Stir.
Yeah.
It's just nice to have a little bit of backup when Stone and I are busy doing the show. Or sometimes we don't get to see all the chat stuff, and we apologize, but we do appreciate you guys that come along in the chat and support us. And it's good to have both Sir and Nisi to give us a little bit of a hand, especially so we can concentrate on chatting mostly. So thanks, guys. It's awesome.
Okay, one more thing. More thing before we go into that. So just wanted to, Crystal makes a good point. Last podcast, Stone said that he wanted to introduce 2 new challenges, and I'm not sure if the site won't be bloated and the original challenges will lose their importance. Okay, so let me address this because this is a valid concern. So number 1, the original challenge is the Iron Man challenge, and that will always be the focal point of the website. Okay? That being said, we want to try to offer players other ways of playing WoW when they get bored. Sometimes Iron Man is not for them. That's why that's why folks decided to start to do the Pacifist before our website was even around. Okay, that's why we created the Bloodthirsty, because I thought, well, maybe instead of not killing things, people would want to level up by killing the heck out of stuff. We did the Tin Man because over time there has been many asks for an easier thing, and I didn't want, and we toyed around with an Iron Man light and all this stuff. It's just a different thing to do. So there is another thing I kind of want to do. I don't want to say what that is. There's actually two other ones, but the other one is requires a lot of work, and I don't know how that's going to go. But the one that I could do right now, I could do it right now. It's got to be the right time. There's got to be the need for it, the push for it. It just won't happen just because. The site was redesigned so that things will fit, and Iron Man will always be the focal point. Always. That's the point of having the website, so that it would not go away. That's my number one thing. It's just the other things are there for other folks to do things, right?
And I suppose the other thing is people come up with ideas, and if they take it elsewhere, then they could, I suppose, not do it in a... It could be detrimental to the Iron Man in the long run. Yep. If they,
There was a good point that somebody made when we first began, was that because we weren't sure about the forums and stuff, was that we were going to start up our own. But a really good point was made, was that that's going to split us up, and it's true. That's not good. We have a core group of folks that have been around since day one. Why should we go have another forum? So we were lucky that we were able to get those back. But overall, we want to try to bring focus to Iron Man. That's number one. And number two is to give people other ways of playing. Like, maybe Iron Man's not so good. Leeta is not a fan of Tin. That's okay. I mean, I've got Tin on my random thing of things to do. It's not on my list of things I gotta go do now. It's just stuff we gotta do. It's one of my things when I redesigned the website is I wanted to make sure that as we added things, it wasn't going to get squished like it would have been before. Right now the site's not. It's not the new redesign that we're trying to wait for, right? That one I have very high hopes for it, and the person that is going to make it does know that we want to add new things to it, so he knows that it needs to be able to expand and add new things. So I'm not trying to jump on this person. I just wanted to make sure, because other people might have that same question too, like, well, you're doing this challenge and that challenge. I wanted to do a pet battle challenge. From day one, when I first started this site, I wanted to do a pet battle challenge where you level up from one to max. However, there was no what's the challenge, right? You're in the town, and that's not what I was thinking. I was thinking, well, you have to go out and fight things out in the wild, but you can't track that, right? So if you can't track it, I mean, there might be a way to do it, but I don't. That was like a year and a half ago. So that's not on my list of things to do. There's anyways. So I'm not trying to jump on Crystal. It's just she. I'm sorry, my brain. I can't remember the little symbol in the forum post. Brought up a good point that I wanted to make sure that other folks knew about, because they might be asking the same thing too, right?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
well,
no,
now you're doing
valid,
10
valid
and
point.
now you're going to do other ones. What's going on? So, okay, male. Sorry. Okay.
Yeah.
Done.
And it's good, you know, and the thing that we know about this game is everyone has ways of playing the game so very differently from everyone else. And there is no rights or wrongs, and what interests Stone may not interest me.
Mm-hmm.
May not interest you guys. And again, there's no rights or wrongs about it. But if you've got the option that you'd like to try the Tin Man, then that option's there. For me, not interested, not going to happen.
You know what? I kind of...
And that's cool.
I kind of attribute it to like WoW. WoW, there's like so many different ways to play.
Yeah.
It's like so many. And not even talking about Iron Man. Like,
yeah.
I'm busy playing other ways, and then I have irons too, and it's like... But then there's folks that
crazy.
But then there's folks that are bored, right? So that's where we want to fill that gap in. And
it gives them something.
Sure.
It's that solo challenge of seeing if you can do something, you know, like the same thing with people that go and solo the old raids, you know, they go back into Warlords and they're like, right, I'm going to solo, you know, Siege of Orgrimmar on Mythic, whatever, I don't know, whatever, to push themselves to see if they can do it.
Were you looking at our show notes?
That's a different way, yeah.
I think you're looking at our show notes this week, right?
No.
For our other show?
No.
Okay, I guess we'll talk about that after. Okay.
I shut that down. The only thing I saw was about the pet battle squirt day.
Okay. Well,
yeah.
Wow, you're psychic then. Great.
Yeah, that's it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's...
Anyway, state of the challenges. Will we do it?
Yes, let's do it.
Because, you know, we're doing it. Okay. Oh, let's go with the irons. All right. Oh, you've given me. Excellent. Thanks for that. So we've got Iron Maggie at 77.
Magi.
Azzy War at 77. That'd be Azzy's warrior.
He's playing a warrior.
Yeah, I know.
Saying.
77. Go, Azzy. That's awesome. Honey Pot. Oh, that's cute. Is that a monk? 79. Tell me if that's a monk or not. Never Died Shah is 85. 8 is at 89.
It's a mage. Honey Pot is a mage.
Okay. Marg Rage is at 90 and Marg Blink is at 90. Good one, Marg. That's awesome. Geekster hit 94.
Nice.
And Never Died W is 101 and Never Died S is 106.
Wow.
Well done. So we did not lose any irons.
Nope. Not this week.
Wow.
Thank goodness.
Yay. Good job, everyone. All right, let's do Bloodthirsties. Soul Shield hit 31. Kill Stuff Rogue.
Frog.
Hit 31. Rogue.
Frog.
Kill Stuff Rogue.
Yeah.
Kill Stuff Frog.
Yeah, it's Frog.
Kill Stuff Frog.
Yeah. I
Nice.
didn't put the extra. I put the capital. I didn't make that F capital just because.
Okay.
Because I knew you.
Yeah, you probably should have, because I was like, weird. Anyway, Kill Stuff Frog hit 31. Well done. Conjured Soul hit 33. Ishanvi
Guess.
died at 34.
Sorry.
Gene Tix 36. Sebastiana 38. Clemens 51. Vadum hit 60. Soulbound hit 82.
Very nice.
Go Nisi. And
I know.
first time ever ever. And I'm so happy for this person because they well and truly did deserve this. Never Died Blood hit 110. They are our first ever bloodthirsty max level. So level 10 was on the July 8th, and they hit level 110 on January 29th.
Yeah, and the played time.
Well done.
His overall so that overall time was 207 days and plus, right? And he was actually saying on the forums that his actual slash played was just over 6 days. But I mean, it's like amazing job. And to think, like, he almost lost his tune at 100, because he actually went into Legion zones and almost died, because it's like, yeah, that's not going to happen.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Never Done is awesome. Congratulations.
Big,
that's
congrats.
A historic moment.
Huge.
Right there.
Yeah.
Huge. Because we did, we've never had a max level blood, which is so exciting. So commiserations to the one we lost this week, but good job, Bloodthirsties. Well done.
Okay, Pacifists. I will do Pacifists. Is Pacibrittle, hits level 41. Joyful Vegan, that's Rogue Slayer, hits level 43. Compassiona hits level 44, that's also Rogue Slayer. Lotus Root hits level 46. Organ Grinder hits level 47. And here's a name I haven't heard for a long time. It's either it's either Patul 6 or it's Patul 4 or it's Patuli 5. I don't know which one it is, but he hits level 48. I haven't heard from him for a while. I think this is his tune that he's leveling without professions.
Well done.
And
truly.
I think he went
Good
around
job.
to go get all the coins, right? So
yeah.
48. Schnuffle Tips hits level 57. Feralion hits level 59. Inapt Iron hits level 73. And Serenella hits level 83. For
well done.
tins, I'm not sure how I'm going to do these tins because I don't know. Anyway, so this is just how it is right now. I might change it to only like top 5 or something. I'm not sure. Because telling how many times somebody died, I don't know. But for this one, we're going to go over deaths too. Aiden Pally is level 23, but his deaths climb from 7 to 9. Good lord. And Dara has died 3 times at level 25. Krazrox hit level 29, died, and then deleted the character. So the character's gone. Yep, gone.
Oh.
Which is okay for them. Maybe they want to go 0, right? Which is completely cool. Because in the victory podium, if you hit 110 with like a death, as far as the code is right now, your name isn't going to go in with everybody else. If you hit 110 without any deaths, then you can get up into the list. It's just you're going to be ranked, okay?
Yeah.
So if you're 110 and you have three deaths, you'll be ranked lower than 110 with 1 death. That's all. Mm-hmm. Chromite hits level 31. Didn't die once. Oh wait. Hold on. What did... hold on. Jinx hits level 30, didn't die once. Mal Dios hits level 31, died once. Chromite hits level 31, no deaths. Darvex hits level 33, also didn't die. Iron Ant at level 38 got their first death. Bazder, who this is Townie, actually sent me a message saying, you could call me Baz so that you don't get in trouble, because the name is close to something that could, right? And I'm like, I think we'll be okay. But as I'm reading it, it's like Bazter. Okay, so Baz hits level 43, and Tin Hunt is at the top right now, level 60, and their deaths since last week has jumped from 1 to 3. So
Ooh.
yeah, so I mean, you can keep on going, and hopefully you can get there with less than 10 deaths. Would be cool. And then if you want, you can do Iron Man. So congrats for folks that carried on, and
Yep.
commiserations for folks that died and deleted their tunes.
Yeah.
Um,
But well done.
yeah.
Good job, Never Died.
Yeah.
That is just
Yes. Oh
awesome.
my goodness. I've actually
Absolutely
so
fantastic.
we have a agreement that he's allowed to come on the show at any time. It's just he's busy usually when we're live. Okay, so and that's one of the reasons why he hasn't been on is that he's busy at this time, right? So we hopefully one day we'll get him on. We've wanted to get him on for quite a while, but soon, one day soon, hopefully we shall get
TM.
this guy soon. TM,
Yeah.
yes.
Exactly. All right. Well, good job, everyone. Let's make this week an exciting week. I think. Very good.
Uh-huh.
All right. Chit Chat. Have we got anything we need to
Well,
talk about?
We had the forum post that was more appropriate in the beginning,
that.
and Crystal's point in the chat was good, but I wanted to address it so that I got it fresh, because as soon as I saw it, I'm like, oh, I have to do it because I had the answers in my head right now, right? And if I let it wait, I might lose things. That's how my brain works.
Yeah.
I've got to do it now.
Well, I think we've definitely covered everything we need to. If anyone's got any thoughts that they would like to send in about, obviously about the things that we've discussed this week, the site in particular, the site information, then drop us an email. It's not a problem. We're happy to get thoughts that can help in obviously the process, because it's valid to discuss it.
Sure.
Instead of just going, well, no, it's not going to happen, or yes, it's going to happen. There needs to be processes. So yeah.
Like right now, I have. Come on, hold on here. Crystal, I have a question about Demon Hunters. How do they do the starting zones? Naked. Okay, so basically, the deal with them and with Death Knights is that you do create your character. You have green gear. All the gear's gotta come off right away, and with Death Knights, you're more reliant on in level 55 or so on getting the NPCs that are around you to help you kill things, and hoping you can get gear, like white gear. In Demon Hunters is much the same way, even though it's only 2 levels. I don't think they have a lot of things that they can rely on. So it almost feels like they are reliant on other players that are around. I know of one person that has made it through, and they said that it was very much reliant on other folks being able to tap, being able to loot, and hopefully loot things and tap things that were needed for quests. So that's also why these guys are not in the main list. That they have a separate list is that because they don't do it the same way that everyone else does, right? It's, I would say it's pretty hard for a demon hunter. I don't think that they can equip any weapons, right? I think, can they equip swords? I'm not sure.
Glaives.
Glaives, but I don't think
so.
white or gray glaives drop in that zone, right? I think
Yeah.
maybe if you're lucky you'll get a sword, but I don't know if they can even equip those.
Mm. They have to go punch them in the face.
Yeah.
Mm.
So.
Oh, well. Okay.
Well, it eventually it will come up on my things to do of things to play, and we'll find out. Well, I'll find out firsthand. If somebody else knows, let me know. But that's as far as I know, is that you're pretty much reliant on tagging for that class. Like things just hit you too hard. And there's some things that you have to kill, right? And so you can't kill it without, without anything equipped, right? I mean, you can. I mean, you can go in and tag and run out, but then again, you're relying on somebody else. So the way, so basically, because there's a kill requirement, you may not hit the kill requirement before you log out. So if you go do that character class, you have to play the class as long as you can in order to make sure you hit these 75% blow threshold, and then you can list. Because before then, you won't be allowed to list. So.
Okay.
But that's a good question because demon hunters are their own beasts too. Yeah. As far as other things in chat, just looking through.
There's nothing else. I think we just wrap up the show.
Okay. Are we wrapping up the show?
Yeah.
Okay.
Go for it.
Okay, our next show will be Saturday, February the 11th. Right? 7 p.m. North American Eastern Standard Time, or whatever time it is. It's Eastern. And that's Sunday, February the 12th, 10 a.m. Queensland time, and that's 11 a.m. Australian Eastern Time, which is also 1 a.m. Central European Time. Spellbook says that demon hunters can use daggers, one-handed swords, and one-handed axes. So you might get lucky. Next week, we should have Azzy back with us.
Azzy!
Yeah, so that'll be good. Be good to get him on. Yeah.
If you've got any questions for Azzy, then let us know.
Yes.
And yes, it can totally be. Can we change specs, Azzy?
Please.
Yes.
Please send us all your questions. All your questions for Azzy.
I've got some good questions for him next week, but if anyone's got anything else they'd like to ask, within reason, people,
okay.
Then
where are you going?
Yes, then send Stone and I a message, which will be awesome. All right. So they can send an email to us at podcast@wowchallenges.com, or you can definitely contact Stone or I on Twitter, which is @wowchallenges. The website, of course, is wowchallenges.com for all that information. We have a Discord server. I'm not reading that, but there is a link up on the website as well. And Stone will put the link in the chat room. So if you want to join the Discord server, absolutely. We are on Facebook at facebook.com/wowchallenges, as well as you can find the show on youtube.com/wowchallenges1. And don't forget, you can come catch us live every week, which is twitch.tv/wowchallenges.
You can find me on Twitter at STONEGRASP, like grasp, grasping you.
Stone Grasp.
Stone Grasp. And also Adventures in Azeroth, which this week we are going live on a different day than we normally do, because usually we're Thursday mornings at 5 a.m. Eastern Time, which is Thursday evenings 8 p.m. Queensland Time. Ooh, yep. I remembered it. But this week we're going to go from Thursday to Tuesday, because Thursday I'm getting new internets. I'm going from 60 meg to 250.
Yeah. So yeah, Tuesday this week. Tuesday night this week for Adventures in Azeroth.
Yeah. Thank you to Patreon. I'm just waiting for the email to come through saying that everything was done, and then we'll be updating the supporters page. We also added a patrons only channel for chatting and voice chat, and that is available for anybody who wants to pledge $5 a month or more. Every little bit helps. I just thought that would be a little nice thing to do for folks that want to pledge us some stuff, some cash.
Mm-hmm.
And it should be taken care of by the Patreon bot. So you have to connect your Patreon account to Discord. And you do it through the Patreon page. If it won't work, let me know. Okay? And I will move you in myself. Because I already moved things. Yeah, well, I already moved people in because I didn't want to wait. So,
okay.
Because, I didn't want to wait for people to... I didn't want to wait for people to connect themselves, right? So I wanted,
I just connected myself in there with voice chat just right now because I was let me click on it.
I missed that.
Yeah, I'm not there now. I'm not there now. I was like, I didn't mean to connect. But yeah, awesome. Excellent.
Okay.
Yes.
Where can there's a lot of platforms. Yeah, and Spanky, one of the things that I didn't want to move over to Discord was that I did a lot of Vent. I had Mumble. What was the other one? Vent, Mumble. What's the
TeamSpeak?
TeamSpeak was what I used as well. And then all of a sudden I heard about Discord and Curse. And it seems like everybody's now moving towards those two. And I definitely have not used Vent or Mumble and that for quite a while. And it's because of those.
I use Vent and Discord.
So, every time I go check out your event, you're not on. So I don't believe you.
Well, it's because I'm asleep. I'm on there every night.
Sleep?
Yeah.
Sleep is for the weak.
It does happen. Sleep? No. Sleep is for reasons.
Oh.
Yeah. But no, that's awesome. Yeah. So we've definitely got those things. And it is viable. Yeah, sometimes it does feel like there is, too many options around, but it is good to have, I suppose, too many options and not enough options. So we do like the Discord is a good way, obviously, to have a chat with people. And we appreciate everyone that wants to jump in there. So that's good. Sleep, what's that? Yeah, Nisi, it doesn't often happen for very long, but it does happen. So 5 hours good to go. I know. I'll talk to you at 3 a.m. tomorrow morning. That's what time he gets up. He's got to start at 4 a.m. Crazy man. Anyway, where you can find me, I am on Twitter, which is at Leeta WoW, which is LEETAWOW. I also do Behind the Avatar, Adventures in Azeroth, and Geektopia podcast. Geektopia will be finishing in a couple of weeks. We've just decided to not shut it down, but Steve, Ben, and I, we're all very, very busy at the moment, and we just can't get time to do it. So we're going to have our last show on the 19th, my 19th. So yeah, so that will be fine. Big thanks to Mark Conan. As always, he is awesome and made our very wonderful intro, which we truly, truly love. So if you want to find out about Mark Conan, he's at Mark Conan WoW on Twitter, and you can also check him and Jules out on Torrent Think Tank, which is an absolutely fantastic podcast, which we do love. So yeah, very cool. Other than that, that is a show.
Do you know what the name of our third show is going to be? Is it something like food food tasting in Azeroth?
Oh, we were talking about, no, wasn't it Spanky? Was it
Yeah,
Spanky that
Spanky.
said Azerothian
Yeah.
food tank? Taste
tank.
Taste tank.
Azerothian taste
Yeah.
tank. It was Spanky.
You know, it'd be really fun to make it like a cooking show in
I could
Azeroth.
do that. I used to, when I was 16, I would film myself making food.
Yeah, no, I'm not filming me. I'm filming my warlock. That's like machinima. I can't do machinima.
Oh no, I
that
can't
would
do that
just
stuff either. No.
No, but that would be awesome. I could totally see, my undead warlock cooking spider legs. Making, the spider leg bite or whatever it is.
Barf.
But I do need to, my wonderful book that you sent me for a present, which I absolutely love, which is the Warcraft cookbook.
Great.
That's the other thing I need to do. I need to sit down and make something from that.
You should make those.
Yeah. I'm going to find something, but I have to make, like the ancient Pandaren spices. I've got to come up with the actually make the stuff where it says mild spices and all of that. I should do that one day. I'll sit down and make a whole heap of spices and get myself ready to make something really yummy from that, because it looks good. I made cinnamon scrolls yesterday, which that could totally be like a mage scroll, the mage cinnamon scrolls they make.
Yeah.
They're yum.
Just
nice.
Just throwing it out there. All right, we should sign off. Thanks for watching or listening.
Thanks, chat room. Thank you.
Cheers. Bye.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.
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 The WoW Challenges podcast is a World of Warcraft gaming podcast produced by Stone and Leeta. Copyright 2016 WoWChallenges.com. Portions of this podcast belong entirely to Blizzard Entertainment. The music used for the show belongs to Kevin MacLeod, and you can find more of his great stuff at incomnitech.com. No copyright infringement is intended.
Okay. And then I'm going to stop the recording. Still live, so we need a show. Okay, so the recording is outputting 1.2 gigs.
What?
1.2 gigs for an hour and 43 minutes.
Why is yours purple?
What?
Why is yours purple?
What are you talking about?
On Discord. Why have you got a little purple thing?
What? Oh, because I'm streaming. So
if
basically it's to protect anything that could potentially go on screen. So it also mutes sounds, and it also
purple one. I don't want to stream. I just want a purple one.
No, you can't do that. Only if you stream.
No.
Well, you could go into your settings and go and enable streamer mode. Yeah, you're red now.
Oh, I didn't know you could do that. Oh, we can go invisible now?
Yeah. Oh, great. Now she's never going to be online. Yeah. She's crap. Stone's on. Invisible.
I'm good. No, I always annoy you, so that's good.
Title.
Excellent. Okay, I've not really looked at it for a while. Obviously.
We have to pick a title.
We do have to pick a title. Titles, chat room.
Funny.
Dingapalooza. No.
No, I don't know.
Yeah, remember when I was saying about Dingapalooza? I think we should do something because we've got our first ever Bloodthirsty.
Yes. Okay. Yes.
And I think we should do that as, because that's a pretty big deal.
Oh,
so
absolutely.
Let's do something with the Bloodthirsty, Never Died Blood.
Okay. So what can we do? But I'm not good at making these things up.
History made.
You do that. Bloody history made, but then
Bloody history made. Kind of sounds like a. Could be a name of a band.
Crimson Sheath. No. Bleeding to 110. Ooh.
Yeah, it's not bad.
It's not bad. It's not bad.
Killing it softly to 110. You know this song?
No.
But we could be killing it.
That one I veto. No way. No way. Come on. Killing Time.
Hilarious. Killing Time.
You could do Killing History. Killing History. I don't know. Well, Killing Time.
That's good.
Killing Time's okay.
Killing Time. Grats. Never died blood. Killing Time. Killing Bloody Time. Bloody Killing Time.
And Spanky? Question mark.
Killing it not softly.
If we put Killing softly, those two words, we're gonna get a copyright ding, guaranteed.
Let the bodies hit the floor. Let the bodies hit the floor. Yeah.
Oh, are you into that stuff?
We could. Yeah.
Yeah, man. All right.
Yeah, I love that song. That's like one of my total pump up the jam, bloodthirsty, if I'm going to do exercise, that's like one of those ones that I have to have in my rotation for my playlist. I don't know.
Killing Time. Bleeding to 110 is not bad. Making History is good. It's absolutely, we know what it's for, right?
Mm.
Can we
make
something with that, with the other two?
Killing and looting.
Killing and looting.
To 110.
110 on a pile of, I guess, bloody bodies. It's too long. It's too long. I need something shorter. Because...
what about just Booyah, Bloodthirsty 110?
Booyah!
Yeah, and it'll be Booyah! Exclamation point! Bloodthirsty 110.
Okay, this title will have an exclamation mark, okay? For sure. For sure.
Booyah! Booyah.
Can we not do Booyah? Booyah?
Yeah.
Why Booyah?
Because
that's racist.
It's not racist. Why? How is that racist? It's not. It's like Booyah. It's like Bazinga,
everything's racist.
But it's like the other way. It's like
this
Booyah.
can of cherry Coke is purple.
Like
that's racist.
It's not, it's cherry. It's not purple. It's
racist.
Cherry. I don't know. You pick a title because I need to go get ready to go out to lunch.
Oh no. All right.
Yeah. I'm gonna take my dad out.
What if we do Killing Time, Making History? Like Killing Time. Right? So it's like, bam, the Emerald. See, we could do another podcast. Like, anyways.
Shush.
So, Killing Time, Making History, or Making History, Killing Time? Or Making History, Bleeding to 110 is not bad either. Because I like the history part because
Making history bloodthirsty 110.
okay.
What about just that?
Boom, bloody maxed. That's not bad.
That's not bad either.
Making history bloody maxed. I like the making history because it is, and I want to give him that. Okay.
Making history killing time. Making history bloodthirsty 110.
No, that's too long. Bloody maxed.
Boom. Bloody maxed. Blood or blood maxed. BT maxed.
Okay. I'm gonna do making bloody history. Making bloody history. See that? But yeah, that's it. But not with the killing time. See, this is what we were saying before. Making bloody history, and you can put in an exclamation mark. Okay? Making bloody history.
Making
bloody history.
Bloody history. If we get in trouble for that,
if we all capitalize
you're gonna have to do
it,
show notes.
I'll do it. It's okay.
Okay. I'm going out.
Yeah,
okay,
so you can
that's cool.
Go out and think about our third show. So,
shush.
Well, now that you have Geektopia, you have time, right? So, all right. Thanks for watching. We're gonna go offline. Just gotta go.
Thanks,
I have to let my family out of the dungeon basement. Yes. So.
Out of the dungeon, and that's a whole different show.
Out of the dungeon? That could be our third show. Out of the dungeon. The WoW Challenges After Dark.
Yeah.
Oh, and by the way, Leeta, just so that you know, the people there in the little picture, that's me and Tiber.
Yeah.
And Tiber. Midnight and Arcane Mage.
Oh. So, I knew it was Tiber. Yep. Tiber's got a beer.
Yeah.
And Midnight. And Arcane. Nice. Oh, that's awesome.
Okay. All right, we're gonna head out. See you later. Thanks for chatting with us. Appreciate it.
Thanks, Chatroom.
Otherwise, I'd just be by myself and talk to myself, and then they commit me. And Leeta already wants to. So, anyways, bye.
Every second night.